There's a commonly found disconnect in the realm of turnaround budgeting. So we can look at this that without question, in order for the budget to be achievable, the turnaround budget needs to be created from a legitimate Class 3 estimate based on planned work. And there isn't really any argument about that in the bigger scheme of things. And usually your turnaround process is going to ask for that specific thing somewhere in the neighborhood of T minus 9. Where the disconnect comes from is there's another group, a leadership group, where somebody is beholden to a corporate budget cycle. And that budget cycle might have that poor individual beholden to delivering a turnaround budget at, in terms of turnaround countdown at T minus 24 or T minus 36 or T minus 48, somewhere way out there in terms of when we are going to be issuing, in the normal course of things, an actual Class 3 estimate. So, in other words, there's going to be a corporate guess made because of this disconnect. However, the good news is this is easily fixable. We don't have to do things this way, and we don't need to spend any money, and we don't really need to change much of what we're doing. We just need to change our perception of how we think about things. So this comes back to something you all heard me say more than once. We know 80% of our next turnaround scope basically at the closeout of our previous or current turnaround. So regardless of what your turnaround cycle is, you actually have more than enough data to give that beleaguered leader a legitimate Class 3 estimate of your next turnaround work immediately when you close out your last turnaround. You're actually going to make a much more robust Class 3 estimate than would specifically be required, because let's face it, you just did all the work. You have actuals as well as your work packages and the estimates that you created for this outage. So this is a common breakage that I have noted, and it's weird because nothing is stopping us at all from just choosing to fix that breakage. Like most places have everything they need to do this. It's just changing how we think of things. Thinking about when your turnaround scope was available. It was available right after you started the plant up. Peace out. I'm going to go shovel snow. Have a good day.